Last Trigger Banana Dance Flock Yeeha Pirates.
Look, there goes Dexter, and there goes his sister Dee Dee. Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, Dexter's in the lab again, making up anything he's imagining. There goes Dee Dee, his sister. He always argues with her. She thinks she knows it all because she's older and she's bigger. Whatever Dexter wants, he just goes and creates robots. It doesn't matter the size or the shape. He's always doing crazy tests and making a mess. And if they don't come out correct, well, you know what happens next. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again.
Hi, hey, hello, hi. How's it going? We got pirates today. Also, Fellrender asked if I've tried out Star Trek VR, the Bridge Crew game. I've tried Bridge Crew before, and I'm talking like years ago, like when it was new, and it was funny, it was entertaining, and I had intended to do a Bridge Crew stream for a hot minute, but I want to say sometime last year when I was getting ready to like pull the trigger on doing that, I loaded up the game to test it out, and it fucking like didn't work at all. It was like completely busted, didn't function, and also was not just very suitable for the index anyway. So unfortunately that stream idea got shot. But I would have loved to do that had it not been broken. We're gonna give it another minute here, then we'll get started. Deep Rock VR? Does Deep Rock Galactic have VR? I didn't know it had VR support. Oh, there's a mod. Oh, I see. I legitimately, here, I can tell you the last time I launched Deep Rock Galactic. The last time I launched Deep Rock Galactic was March 15th, 2018. So I think if I was gonna play that game, I'd rather play it as intended, first and foremost. Because I haven't played that game since it was like a beta, basically. All right, let's just get started. Hey, where the heck is the game? Oh, here it is. Oh, boy. So, I didn't really check everything that got added in this new season. I know you can name your boat, which is kind of weird, but okay. And that's purchase ships to own and sail as a captain for perks and rewards. Purchase ship. Huh? Wait. Huh? Is it different? You gotta buy the ship first? What the hell? You don't get like the first one is free or some shit like that? That's kind of lame. That's like all my fucking money. That is almost all my money though. My ship permanent though. You can progress it. I don't know. Let me load normal game here without buying a boat real quick and see what the deal is. Maybe somebody in the game will like talk to me about it. Be like, hey, you know, if you do this, this, and this, it'll get you that, that, and that. I just realized I'm still wearing the stealth suit, basically. In one of many ways, Captain customize both vessel, overhaul your captain furnishings, adorn the ship with trinkets, and more. Full name. Sovereigns as a captain. Your cosmetic stay after ending the session. Oh, it just told me a tip there, but I didn't catch that. Captain, where is that? Oh, that's normal. Okay, whatever. You have to pay gold to save your cosmetics on the ship. What? I don't know if I care for that. It's only 1,000 gold to save cosmetics, though. Okay, I guess that's not that big a deal. You can find a box worth 3 times that. You just find a box like on a random ass island and sell it. All right. I don't know where the hell I am. Where's my boat? Oh, this was the place that was until recently, like, a ghost island, right? I think. Am I gonna call my boat? I have an idea for my boat name. But I kind of want to keep it to myself until I get to it. Hello? There's nobody here. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Oh, don't yell at me. What can you tell me about ship captains? Sarek. Oh, yeah. Ship customization, ship decoration, ship trinkets. Alright, so this is all the usual shit that's in here.
What? Did you say something?
Stop! This is the new decorations and shit. You can have like, oh, custom beds and shit. Oh. I'm not getting paid to play this game, so I can shit talk it all I want. And then just like things you can have hanging around in there, I guess. These are expensive. You want a ragged sack? That's 10,000 gold. You want barnacles? 10,000 gold. Get the head. Get head.
Bye!
Bye. Yeah, I see like the nameplate right here. The shiny... Is it a random name every time you get a new boat? I take it that's how that works. Like if this sinks, I get a new boat and it's gonna have like some other new randomized name. A random name until you own your boat. Okay, I got it. That's the quest board. This isn't new. Okay. Yeah, this is all old shit. Yeah, everything in here is the same. Okay. Anything new to see on the map? Looks the same. Okay. Well. Oh! Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. This game has things in it. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. These are fake. I got tricked. Alright. Well, I didn't realize that owning your own boat was gonna cost, like, 250,000 gold. That's a little lame. So I'm going to set sail, and I'm gonna find somebody here. Where's the next outpost? Not that one. This one. All right. I need to be able to hide really easily. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. What's the best way to face? Okay, I can't even see myself to see how I look. Alright. We're on the hunt to find somebody to sneak on their boat. Anti-cheat measures? No, 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 no. This is how the game's meant to be played. Oop. And I oop. Wonder what movie we're gonna listen to through a kid's mic this time? Oh, maybe it'll be Minions. Anybody over here? Doesn't look like it. Guess it's on to the next island. This place was a stinker. So, and then off to this one. I just want to head straight east. Straight eastward. Yeah, there's nobody here. I was just double checking. Oh, that's east. Stop. Straighten out. There we go. Am I flying into nasty weather? Flying. Sailing. Which way is this going? Can't tell. Looks better than real water? I don't know about that. Looks tasty. Yeah. Yeah, it looks tasty. I'd sip it. Looks like Kool-Aid or like Powerade or something. Like a salty Baja Blast. I'm glad I live somewhere now where I can go and get the smell of the salty air whenever I want. It smells good. Birds. Oh, man. Where are these people at? This game should be popping off. A new update just dropped. Oh! That looks like somebody. That looks like somebody to me. Barnacle time. Oh, barnacles. It's pinata time. Viva pinata. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Viva pinata. They're filled with joy. Woo! Why haven't they made a new Viva Pinata game? They couldn't have lost the rights because they have like a cosmetic in this. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Surely. They should make a new Viva Pinata game. The water doesn't look very nice now. Who's that? Oh wait, they kept those in? I thought they removed those with this update. Oh well. That's good. Those are worth a lot of money. They're too scared of making it bad. They probably would. Fuck! Oh, damn it. They're leaving. I really needed them to not leave. Maybe I can catch up. because it's better if they don't know I'm coming, but I could probably still make it work. Alright, let's see if I can make this work. Hello? They're really booking it. I don't know if I can catch up. Is that another person in the distance? Hold on. Wave, get out of my way. That might not be a real person. I need to get this person. I have to catch up to them. Run into a Meg, that'd be fun. I run into them a lot. I just kind of like don't do much about it. All right. What's the move here? I think the move is to do this. Just let my boat sail straight past them. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Or am I gonna sail straight into them? I'm sailing like straight into them. Yeah, here we go. Alright, stay right here. Don't move. Don't move. I'm not allowed to do anything until I'm sure I know where they are. There we go. All right, that's better. Oh, is this another abandoned one? This is an abandoned ship. They're not coming back. They saw that I was coming and bailed. No, this person saw I was coming and bailed. That's why I want to. That's why I need to be able to get there without them noticing. Let me scuttle my ship. Oh, no, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, they're back. Oh, my God. Okay. They need to fix it, though. Are they going to notice me? They might notice me pretty quick. Oh, let's see how long we can get away with this. Hell yeah, here we go. Here we go. They never notice. Fuck yes. They looked right at me too. Yeah, I know it. Where are you gonna put that? Oh, you need somewhere safe to put that. Ah, that's perfect. Maybe they're pretending they didn't notice me. No, that's not it. This has happened too consistently for it to be that.
That was great help, thank you.
Year Master of Deception.
They just don't. Nobody ever looks at in this direction is the thing. How many times have I done this? I think this is the second or third time that I've been on. This is like the third. Yeah, this is the third time that I've been on a boat with people on it and nobody's noticed me at all. I look like a bag on the ground. Is that what the potential logic is for them? Yeah, I can kind of see that. Awesome. I love it. I have no way of knowing what's really going on, though. I don't know if that sail just did that because they're playing with it, or... Wait. I thought I heard footsteps. Yeah, I don't know. So, what now? Now we wait. Now we play the waiting game. Oh, here he is. It's just, the timer is on to see how long it takes before they either, like, close the game or notice me. I'm gonna stand up and play my instrument, but I'm gonna wait until we start moving again. Because we're currently static. This is peak gameplay. What? Huh? What? Why am I on fire? Oh, did they notice? Did they notice, or did they just like, or were they fucking around? That's the real question. Did they notice, or were they fucking around? Feels like they were fucking around. They're hotboxing me. Anybody? Oh no, I think they just know. Hey, this is actually a pretty good spot too, over here in this corner. All right, maybe they think I died. Right click with bucket to put myself out. I don't want, I don't know. Did they notice? I need to, oh, I can't see myself. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I have to hope that they don't see me. They might not see me. It sounds like they're trying to put their fires out. Yeah, all right, they're fixing it up. They're trying to get back on track, it sounds like. Where am I? Just sitting? If the boat will rock in just the right way. See me down there? Maybe someone else firebombing them? That's possible. I need the boat to rock. I think I'm gonna get shot. Okay, no, I thought they were like pulling out a gun. This might be a good spot too. Whoop. See, this strat works best on new people because new people aren't used to like what's supposed to be down here and won't notice anything out of place. Do I just watch people or is this to steal stuff? This is a game of mental chess. I'm in here to see how long it takes for them to perceive me, how long it takes for them to notice that there's another person on their boat that shouldn't be there. Right now, I don't know if this dude's fucking with me or not. Social experiment, kind of. Not gonna use this opportunity to steal. I don't need items. I'm in it for kicks. I don't need money or things. I'm in it for the thrill. Am I the experimenter or the subject? Why not both? All right. All right, I feel like they don't know that I'm down here. I feel pretty confident in that right now. It sounds like it's like some dude who plays this game decently and his friend who's never played it before. Or it seems like that, rather. I literally sunk my own ship so that they would be convinced I wasn't around. That shit's expendable to me. I don't need it. This is the game for me. If they notice me. Yeah, it's tying off loose ends is the thing. I think they're both new. That's possible. Are we sailing yet? Can you kids like fucking go somewhere and do something? They're fucking just sitting up there pulling each other's puds. Let's go. We've been parked in this same spot for like 5 minutes. They're watching tutorials. Oh, I should be patient then, yeah. It should make a game that's just comfy life sim and then advertise it to a completely different group secretly as a game about living in someone else's house without them noticing. I'd play the shit out of that. Although, if you're playing a game... yeah, you would have... Okay, if it was secret, then they wouldn't know, yeah. I just want more games where someone's, like, doing their own thing, and you can just, like, be a little creep. And just, like, fuck with them. Parasite the game. Yeah, you get it. I want Parasite the game. Oh, I think we're doing something. They heard it. They heard it. They heard it. They heard it. It was risky, but it was well worth it. What was that? Who's playing that? Oh man. You just tuned in? Am I in a barrel? No, I'm just on the floor. Just curl up in a ball on the floor. Must have been my imagination. Birds yelling. And there's two things that can happen when they discover I'm on here. Is one, they instantly try to kill me. Two, they instantly don't care and let me just hang out. It's very rare for someone to have just a stranger on their boat and not instantly kill them. Waiting for another good moment. This guy's gotta notice me, right? Like, surely. If I haven't gotten it already, there's a commendation for sleeping on an enemy's ship. Is there? That's funny. Alright, they're parking. Wait for it. Dun-dun-dun. No one's investigating. No one's investigating. They. Oh wait. Oh. Nah, he's just getting food. He doesn't even care. So someone just fired themselves off into the atmosphere. Oh, hold on. How do you not see me? How do you not see me? Okay, I can kind of see how they don't see me. All right, that elicited a response. He's looking right at me. He's got to be looking right at me. He's looking right at me. He noticed. Ah, time. Time. That was well worth it. It's well worth it. 20 minutes or something? Well worth it. Congrats to them for finally figuring it out. 4809. No, you can't count the whole stream time. All right. That pig underwater. Huh. Anyway. I do want... No, I want... Wait. No, I can't. I want to get some food before I get on another boat. In case I get set on fire like that again. You understand. There was no food in that. I know there's a few bananas on my own boat. All right. If I see anybody in my immediate vicinity, just like now. That I think is an AI boat. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Doesn't look like it. All right, what's the nearest outpost then? Nearest outpost would be Plunder, looks like. Oh, I'm like way the fuck down here. I just noticed. All right, let's go down to Plunder then. What, southeast? East, southeast?
Away!
Aye! Harry! I should try moving a chest so I can hide behind it. See, the thing is, all those chests that were on that boat that I was in, except for the one that you physically saw someone put down, those are static. You can't move them. But if there is a physical chest in there, I will try to hide underneath of it. If I can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, turn. Turn. Turn, 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 turn. Tokyo drift this bitch. Alright. So then, am I head just straight southeast, or was it east? Was it east southeast? It is south southeast. Alright. A pirate's life for me. A pirate's life for me. Yo ho, yo ho. A pirate's life for me.
A pirate's life for girl.
Yes. Great. Great view. There we go. What's a good... Oh.
Master Chief is in this one. Whoa!
Whoa! All right, what button loads that up? So I can just smack that button super fast. I for instrument. Yeah, there. Yeah. All right, we're coming up on the outpost now.
You have to use the cam hammer on the Oshin.
The Kamehameha on the Oshin? Yeah, Goku. You have to use the Kamehameha on the ocean. Oh, wrong button. There are no ships over here. Okay. So this outpost is bunk. So we skip this, and now we go over to Ancient Spire, which is to the east. Like I said, ideally we find somebody who's like just started the game. They just loaded into the outpost and are easy pickings. I say easy pickings. I just mean like they're not around. They're not paying attention. I can like sail past the island, but jump off my boat and get into theirs without anyone noticing. This outpost might be a pain in the ass, actually. It looks like there's a storm above it. Yeah. Alright, let me skip this outpost, actually. I'm not sailing straight into a storm. Oh, but they're all the nearest ones are over there. Fuck. Hold on. There's my compass. Northeast. Maybe I'm actually fine, because I am just going straight east, but I need to go more northeast. Storm could be good cover. A storm would make it too hard to really navigate is the problem. Why is this not? This is like refusing to come up. Bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba bum 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 bum. Do you think these people ever know that they're momentarily internet famous to a group of people slightly larger than their third grade class? No. Not likely. Did you see that? The dinghy spawned in. Am I still heading in the right direction? Alright, I want to level off and go more east. I'm cutting it kind of close. No, there's no close about it. This goes straight into that storm. That's not the outpost. Crow's Nest Fortune. Okay, actually I can go a little bit more north. Yeah, over there. pity the teacher with 120 kids in their class. I pity a teacher in general. You can't believe they killed me. I was just chilling. Like I said, it's incredibly rare for someone to see a stranger on their boat and not just kill them. Maybe I should try Crow's Nest this time. Because who goes up in the Crow's Nest, right? The only problem with that is, like, while I'm climbing up here, like, I am really exposed. Am I still going the right way? Oh, it's off to the right, apparently. Where, though? Whoop. This fucking sail is directly in my line of sight. Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's smack dab in the storm. Wait. Straighten this out. Is that a palm tree or is that a sail? That's a palm tree. Fuck. If I do Crow's Nest, then if they search for me, I'm gonna be found. It's true. Like, it's a lot more risky. No, I can't hide on the sails because they're gonna be looking at those sails. Alright, this is gonna get infinitely harder to deal with. To the point of, regardless of someone being at this outpost, I might just crash my ship anyway. And get myself killed, because then I can respawn on a different island. Look at this shit. I can't even see the island dead ahead. Man, if there is somebody here, they're fucked. Where is this fucking island? There it is. I'm getting a phone call. Now of all times. Ring, ring. Alright, they're gonna leave a voicemail. Alright, we're here. All off board. Is that a person? That's a person. Wait, no it's not. Fuck. I thought it was, but it's not. That sail's like all ragged and shit. That's probably just an NPC. There's nobody around here. Yeah. Let me look. Is it an NPC? It's hard to say. I want to say yes, but... No, that's an NPC. That's an NPC. I can see that it's got the ragged ass boards and shit sticking out of it. Yeah, that's an NPC. God damn it. Too many lights. Yeah, that too. Blue and green means AI. Yeah. Fuck. That AI ship is coming way too fucking close to this island, though. Alright, time to find bombs and blow myself up. Nope. Nope. Bombs? I want it. It's mine, my friend. And I don't need rupees. Alright. There we go. And I don't need rupees. Sorry, chat. I give credit. You don't have to come back when you're richer. Bum. What's that? Alright, give me food. That's not food. That's food. More food. Alright. So let's see what the nearest outpost is of this place. Come back when you're a little bitch. Where are we? Please be somewhere reasonable. Reasonable. Oh, I'm way the fuck up here now. That's a lot more reasonable. Alright, start from Sanctuary then. We'll start from Sanctuary and make our way over. That's what? Southwest. Wait, the respawn timer is shorter? I thought I was imagining that. I do like that I wasn't standing there for about half a fucking year before I was allowed to respawn. That's nice. 10 seconds for solo? That's so much better. Down to 10 from 17? Holy shit, I knew it felt like it took forever, but 17 seconds. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Oh my god. What were they thinking? Yeah, 17 was terrible. They buffed solo sloop in this update. Well, that's nice. I'm glad they gave people who play this by themselves a little bit of a fucking option. Oh, that's a person. Turn your ass, turn your ass. Every now and then I see another ship and I gotta fucking blast. Are they static or are they sailing away? They might be sailing away. Don't sail away. Don't sail away. Don't sail away from me. Yeah, I don't even see them anymore. Wait. Yes, I do. Trying to inch it over just enough that I can get the wind boost. There it is. Oh, they're totally sitting there too. Oh, can I please get over there fast enough to catch them? They're not even at the outpost. It just hit me. They're just out here by themselves. They're doing something at that island. I want to catch them unawares. Oop. I need to get a sip of my juice. If I can get lucky, I'll catch up and no one will see me coming. Turn around, bright eyes. That's the medium-sized ship, isn't it? Oh, is that what that is? That's the Indefatigable. All right. Good for you, dude. Well, get ready to meet the shiny scallop. Oh, I actually thought of a better name for my boat if I was to ever bother. All right, I'll just go ahead and say it. I got two names in mind right now for if I name my boat. It's either, oh, ship, or the Salty Surprise. Yes, I get it. I've seen this boat. Alright, I don't want to go right at it. I just want to go right past it. They're moving. God damn it. Why? Why now? I gotta move to intercept. Am I fast enough? I gotta be fast enough. Get on the side. Are they gonna slow down so that they can fire at me? What are they doing? I saw the dude. He's aiming his sniper rifle at me. I gotta get down. God, he's like just barely faster than me. How am I gonna catch up? Come on, dude. Slow your boat down. I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, what the fuck? How did he do that? How did he do that? Oh no, he did it to me. He jumped off his boat and got on mine. Aw. All right, you got me. Although I scuttled my boat while he was on it and his was still going, so he might have been fucked. So. Yeah. Damn. See, that's why I need to get to somebody who doesn't know I'm coming. Because if they know I'm coming, then it fucks it all up. From now on, if they're not, like, if I see them move, it's just, all right, never mind, I'm leaving. Unless they chase after me, they are no longer a target. Whoop. Game's struggling to find somewhere for me to go. What the hell? There we go. Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you more than ever, and I need you more than ever. All right. Taking a quick look around me, surveying the area. Where am I going? All right, so that kind of set me back a little bit. All right, how about we once again head towards Sanctuary, and then instead of going east, we'll go south to this one. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, southeasterly. Drop the sail. Start pointing it that way. Pick up the anchor. Summa lama dooma lama, what I gotta do to get it through to you. Do 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 do. Operatic Slim Shady. And I'm devastating, more than ever demonstrating how to give a motherfucking audience a feeling like it's levitating. And I know the haters are forever waiting for the day that they are waiting. Cause I know the way to get it motivated. I make elevated music, you make elevated music. I don't know. I can't even remember what that song is, but it's firmly stuck in my head right now. And I need it more than ever. Total eclipse of the heart. Nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart. There's a boat over there. That's a big boat, though. I don't have much success with the big boats. I don't know if I could get on that and get away with that. Turn around, bride. bright eyes. Turn around, bright eyes. Big boat means more hiding spots. Big boat means more eyes to find me. That's the main issue. More eyes to see me coming, more eyes to see me hiding, like... It's way, way, way riskier. Although, they probably will chase after me regardless because I'm in a fucking sloop. And that's just what these people do. Even though I've got the, like, newbie special going on over here with the white... with no cosmetics and the white flag up. In the crow's nest. Are they moving? They're moving. I might have to just move. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. And if they chase after me, then I'll jump off and do what that one dude did on the sand. So I want to go just straight south. Yeah. If they decide that they're gonna, like, that they spotted me and they want to come after me, then so be it. I'm not gonna chase them down. It's bad. It's hard enough trying to, like, chase down a sloop, or not a sloop. Yeah, it's hard enough chasing down another sloop to try to, like, catch up and get on there. With that, it's just like a joke. It's just a fucking joke. Come on, straighten out. Straighten out and fly right. Wait, I thought they were moving. They're not moving. They're not moving. This will be super fucking risky. Wait a minute. No, yeah, that's a person. Or is that a person? That's an AI ship. I need to whip a fucking 180. Fucking full 180 here. That is very much not what I want to deal with. Alright. Just head back this way again. Wait, I can see the outpost right here. I don't need to go through the rocks. Alright. I have nighttime now too, as a benefit. So if I do see somebody, I can always turn off all my lights. In fact, I will turn off these up here. And leave that one. I don't see any sails, so I figure this is probably empty. So where would I want to go from here? Shipwreck Bay. Look at it. Yeah, I'll probably want to go to Shipwreck Bay over here. I'll get a little closer and then I'll whip a turn to go straight east. Anything? Anything at all? No. Alright. Let's go straight east. Every part of this streaming concept is very funny. Well, I'm glad you think so. It's too bad about the execution. How we looking? I probably shouldn't encounter too much trouble getting towards this next outpost. Where's the wind? I try to catch some of this wind. Wouldn't be fun if everything went right all the time. Yeah. That's that stupid fucking AI ship over there. The cove. Yeah. Not a lot going on at the moment. Oh, the game does it for me. Is the 80 gigabytes worth it? It depends on what you want out of this game. If you have Game Pass and can get this for free, yeah, fuck it, sure. If you have to pay for the game, it really does depend on what you want out of it. That boat's gonna just make my day a nightmare, isn't it? You better turn all the way, motherfucker. All the way. Alright. And it also depends on if you have any friends playing this. If you have friends playing this and they want to play it, and I'll play it with you, yeah, sure. If you're solo, well, they did just improve the solo experience a little bit still. Yeah, I don't know. It really depends on what you want out of it, like I said. I'm currently making my own fun instead of doing what the game wants me to do. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah. There's no way I'm getting out of here without them firing on me. Wait, what? Okay. Wait. Are they turning? They are. Okay. Well, good. Get lost. One-man galleon. Yeah, where the people at? Hey. I think skelly ships are pretty neutral. I've had them get mad hostile for no reason, so. Wait, I wanted to be down here. Alright, slightly more easterly. Slightly. Definitely enough to avoid hitting that rock. I mean southerly, not easterly. There be a rock, Captain. Oh wait, I'm Captain. There be a rock, me. What will ye do, me? He's using the pasta gun. It's too bad my friends will only play this once a year. Alright, I already don't see anyone near here, so... Daggertooth. Let's go north to Daggertooth. Let me jump up here real quick. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are those boats or are those like things? Hold on. Wait. How close am I to the outpost? Because is that the outpost? No, I'm going past the outpost. Oh, I'm going to hit the outpost. I need to fucking turn. Yeah, okay. Get back up here. Alright, let's see. Damn, still nobody. Wait. Huh? Oh, there is a boat there. Oh, there is a boat there. There is a boat. There is a boat. I almost didn't see it. It's really hard to see because of the fog. Look, it's like dead ahead. You see it? Their sail is up. That means they're not going anywhere. Fuck, yes. Okay. Let me aim it off to the side a little bit here. I really don't want to sail directly into them. That would kind of ruin things. Nope, I just aimed myself directly at them. Get off the fucking wheel. That fucking sail better stay up. Shit, they're fucking turning. God damn it. Why is it always the moment I start approaching someone fucking notices? Alright, they're firing on me. They're fools. Now. Down, 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 down. they? Down. Alright, there they are. Scuttle it. I gotta wait until I'm on the side of their boat before I scuttle. Are they like bumping into the side of the fucking dock here? They are. What are they doing? Alright. My crew. Scuttle ship. Yes. Alright. Boat scuttled. I'm as low as I can get. I have to hope nobody sees me on the side of the boat. Fuck. 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 God damn it. Did I lose him? I don't know. I'm watching. Fuck! There's two of them. Shit! God damn it! Ah! Oh, this is so much harder than it was last time. I don't know what the fuck those guys were even doing. I'm gonna give this one more go before I just go do something else. If I went to an outpost and then sunk my ship, how long do you think it would take before somebody else's boat spawned in? Hopefully not long. Well, we're not talking hopefuls, because, yeah, obviously, hopefully not long. Damn it. Damn it all. Where am I? There's apparently a outpost to the rear here. Hold on. Yo, seagulls. Well, if there is an outpost back there, I can't fucking see it. Shit. Alright. Oh no, that's a sea post back there, not a... where am I gonna go? I don't know where I'm gonna go. Maybe I should go north, either even go up the dock or do the outpost. I don't know, maybe go to the sanctuary outpost and then check over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Didgeridoo sounding ass. this the right way? Run. Run. No, go straight north. Go straight north. Go straight north. Yeah, I'll give this one more try. Might be worth trying story-related islands next time. That's true. I could. Where's the nearest one of those? I'm going the completely wrong direction, by the way. Here, let me go straight east. Maybe someone's gonna be hiding at that outpost. Hiding. Maybe someone will be at this ghost fort or whatever the fuck. I cannot speak. Rum-pa-pum-pa-pum-ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Preparing the Krabby Patty. Duh! Preparing the Krabby Patty. The Krabby Patty. Yeah. Whatever. Nobody over here. There's nothing here. Oh, well played, Mr. Hill. I love sailing directly into the wind. It's my favorite. I love going slow. I love going slow. They should have flares. They should have flares, like that you can fire from your gun and not from a cannon. Oh, it's so slow. That I was shooting a banana? Well, that's the idea. Is there ammo in this? Yep, sounds like it. Ring, 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 ring. Banana gun. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Banana gun. It's no baloney. It ain't a phony. My cellular bananular gun. Don't need bullets. Don't need something else that goes with a gun. To have a real good time. Don't need computer or TV. To still have a real good time. I'll call for pizza. I'll call my cat. I'll call the White House. Have a chat. Oh, hey Duke. Yeah, I'm trying to be a creep, but people are too smart for me today. Hold the fucking phone. There's a boat. Here we fucking go. There's somebody over there. And I'm on the other side of the island so they don't see me. And their sail is up. Is this the same people? Wait. Hold the fucking phone. Is this the same people that killed me? Yeah? Oh, I don't know if I want to bother because they don't seem like they're fucking doing anything. Oh, shit. All right. I don't want to fuck around with those people. I'm going to go south because they're still stuck in that same spot, sails up and everything. I'm not wasting my time. If I do it twice, it'd be really funny. Well, they're not going anywhere. That's not fun. If they're just sitting there and they're not moving, I'm not gonna waste my time. My fucking time is valuable, thank you very much. Yeah, it is those same people. What are they doing over there? Alright, well, it's getting to be nighttime again, so I'll go ahead and turn these lights out. Make it harder for me to be spotted. Yeah, they've not budged. Not 1 inch. Captain by empty space, yeah. Alright. Oh, my sail's facing the wrong direction. But revenge? No. I don't care enough. There's a sucker's born every minute. I'm not gonna waste time on that one. I'll find a better target. Alright. Well, this was Shipwreck Bay. I no longer want to be here. Where's the next? Fuck. I guess I can go up to Galleon's grave. Whip a hard turn here. Oh, this is shifty. Oh, this is sketchy. All right, whip around. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, bum, ba, ba, da, ba, bum, ba, ba, da, bum, ba, 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 da, bum. Okay. All right. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay, all right. Huh. You know, it's strange. I wonder why I'm not getting sponsored to do drops for this game. It's strange. It's like I'm not playing the game right, or, you know, weird. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, all right. Am I going the right way? I'm going as right of a way as I can go. That's a long distance, unfortunately. And the wind is now opposite of my sail again. Oh, let's see. Slowly running out of patience. Alright, I need to not hit this outpost. That's objective 1. Moon. Oh, there better be somebody at this outpost or I'm going to be sad. Anything? Nothing. Wait, hold up. Is that a person or is that an AI? Oh! Ship! Methinks that's a person. I'll try to come around on the far side. There's also that ship out there, too. And they're fucking leaving. God damn it. Wait, are they turning towards me? Hold on, wait. Stop the fucking boat. Ah, you fools. If they're coming towards me, I swear to God. They're gonna make my life easier? Let's see. No. I don't think they are. No. No, they're completely ignoring me. Shit. Is that a ghost ship? That looks like a ghost ship. It's hard to tell from here. That might be a ghost ship. I can sit and wait for a minute and find out. Blue and green. It looks like it might be an AI. Yeah, I think that's an AI ship. Fuck. Well, that stinks. Well, this stinks. Wait. They went over to that other island and stopped. Turn. Raise the anchor, raise the anchor, raise the anchor, raise the anchor, raise the anchor. Am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? Yes-ish. Alright, I ideally want to have my boat just sail right past them. Because if that happens, then they won't have any reason to think I'm there. Where's the wind? Why am I always sailing into the fucking wind? Ugh. What the? Why is there just a dinghy out in the middle of the water? I need to check downstairs. Alright, I'm just making sure. What have you missed? So far, not much. After that first person, it's been kind of a struggle. Although we do have a new mark here. Where if I play my cards right, I might be able to nail this. I'm gonna get down on the side here. Alright, please don't go anywhere. I'm gonna wait until we're roughly side by side. Roughly side by side. Wait for it. Wait till I can see their flag. Now. Go. Go, go, go. Go, just go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go. Alright. Now my boat's still sailing away. Now, did I risk trying to go down or stay on the side? I go down there. All right. Hide. No, wait. Hide down here. All right. All right, we're finally in. We're finally in. It's the ship from before? It's the first ship? No, it's not. No way. No way. Is this the same people? There's no fucking way. Fuck. Alright, I'm not gonna... Alright, I can't play sounds or anything for these people. These are people... This is the same people. These are the same people as the first time I got on this boat. I really can't fuck around with these people. I have to stay in my spot where they're going to notice me. Ring the bell? I can't ring the bell. What happened first time with the ship? These people caught me after 20 minutes. That's what happened with these people. That's why I say I can't fuck around, because they're already wary. It's been a while since I was on their boat, I will say. It's been like half an hour, I think, since I was on their boat. But still. Alright. That reminds me. Scuttle ship. Go ahead and scuttle that boat. At least I know what does and doesn't work with them. What works is not moving. Not attracting attention. So let's see if I can just sit here, not doing anything. If they will notice the person laying on the floor behind their barrel. Yeah, didn't even look in my direction. Gonna reload his gun. Okay. What's the end game? Wait for them to bring a powder keg on board. The end game, it's really it's straight up is just for kicks. It's to see how long I can stay hidden before I get caught. It's hide and seek where I'm the only one in on the game. This is the barnacle strategy. Do hide and seek, but you're the only one in on the game at Wayne's house? No, thank you. No. No, I don't think I will. Oh. man. Stowaway. Yeah, I'm just a stowaway. This guy's just staring at his weapon box. I could probably run right past him and he wouldn't notice me. I bet he's AFK. Should I? Should I try to get up in his crow's nest? Oh, what was that? Yes, he might be faking. Oh, wait. I hear footsteps. I think his friend is here. Maybe I don't. Can't tell if the footsteps are like the cats or something. Alright, that guy's moving. That guy just jumped off the boat. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it's perfect. Their sail is facing the shore so they can't even see me climbing. Hide, damn you. Alright. I'm up here. Oh. Oh, there they are. I can see them off in the distance. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna notice me up here. I can do better. There we go. Oh, that's much better. I can see a lot more from here. I kind of broke up my shape a little bit. Wouldn't a barrel be better for hiding here? No, because when you're in a barrel disguise on a boat, you remain like static, but the boat still moves, so you stand out like quite a bit. You stand out like a sore thumb. Yeah. Fire? No. Because then they'll go looking for me. They have to find me naturally. Or if I play music. One or the other. You might be here a minute. You know what? I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and you just keep track of the game for me. Alright, did I miss anything? I exploded? Huh? Did I get struck by lightning? I am missing a little bit of health, I see. Although I might have already been missing that, I don't know. Nothing happened? Okay. Very exciting. But this is a waiting game, right? You want to talk about something while we wait? Let's talk about... Oh. Not this upcoming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, the 16th. That will be my birthday stream. So, August 16th, birthday stream. I will be doing GTA Online. I will have a private server? Yeah, it'll be like a... I'm trying to think, Tori. A crew-only server. Since you can do crew-only servers and still, like, you know, enjoy the game as it's meant to be enjoyed. And we'll fuck around, have a good time. I'll probably turn on media shares and shit. And, you know, we'll just celebrate my final year of my 20s. I legitimately don't know I don't remember what I did for my birthday stream last year. I cannot remember. Oh, it was a VR chat. That's right. Yeah. Everyone had all that custom stuff that they did. It's a shame about VR chat, huh? Boy, these guys are taking their fucking sweet time. You know, remember the karaoke stream? That was the first birthday stream. That was 2020, I think. What happened to VR chat? Oh, their devs had a very hard and just ridiculous anti-mod stance to the point that they, like, spent $10,000 on a lawyer to send a cease and desist to the main provider of mods. Rumor is they're trying to clean the game up so that they can then... what was the rumor? Is either sell themselves to... Yeah, it was so they could get sold to Metaverse or something. That's the rumor. But, yeah, they're being, like, really... They're just being really shitty. The devs are just being really shitty. Facebook already gives them a ton of money. Okay, yeah, then they're probably getting bought out by Metaverse. Yeah. Where the fuck are these people? They're starting to bore me. Oh wait, I heard someone. I heard a sword. You hear it? They're around here somewhere. I can hear them down there. Oh, there they are. What the fuck? They just launched themselves at Mach speed. What was that? Sword lunge? Oh, yeah. These guys are starting to bore me. Fuck natural. Ah! Oh. That was the wrong bomb. That was the wrong bomb. I used the wrong bomb. All I did was hurt myself. Remember the Zootropolis kid? Yes, how could I forget? It was only after the fact that I found out Zootropolis was the name outside of America. Like, that kid didn't just, like, make up the name. That was just the name of the movie in other places. Can you change other ships' flags? I don't think you can. Unfortunately. All right. Stop coughing. Stop coughing. All right, there's one of them. Dude, stop coughing. Please stop coughing. Stop coughing! Holy shit! I'm nowhere near this fire. I don't know why he's coughing. Alright, that's out. They probably think I'm under, because why would I be hiding in the crow's nest, right? They might think each other is coughing. Maybe. Well, I stopped, so it's okay. Wow, they came over, put it out, and that was it. Now they're just done. Come on. Huh, that was weird anyway. They might have thought it was just lightning, to be honest. Why am I almost dead? Because I threw the wrong kind of bomb and I hit my feet with it. That's why. Oh, look, treasure. They got treasure. Surely they're gonna wrap up soon and get on their boat and fucking leave. Bunch of ghost ships out there. You know, it just hit me. There's no mermaid asking me to go somewhere else. There's one of them. If any of them decide to come up here for any reason, I'm basically fucked. There's his buddy over there. I blend in real good though. Like from a distance, there's no way you're gonna see me. You don't think they'd notice me even if they went up here? No, because I'm right in front of the entrance and your face is gonna be basically clipping into my foot. There's no way they wouldn't notice me. They would have to be actually blind to not see me. There's a person over there fighting ghost ships. Fellas, did we go? See one dude over there. Stealing planks is next level shit. They have to permabail. That's true. I really wanted to like fuck their day up. If I could see both of them, I would come down and maybe do something, but I only see one, and I think the other is still on the boat. The camera's so close to your foot, it might be a hiding plain sight thing. Yeah, but then here's the thing is to get back down, they have to look directly down, right? So they would have to see, they have to look in my direction to click on the ladder to get back down. Like, there's no way around it. Good God, come on, we've been here for like 20 minutes. I think you got all your loot. Oh, I hear someone. But I don't see someone. They hit the vault? Oh, I see. Maybe I can get away with eating a banana or something. Oh, I did that. It's a bad spot. There we go. Maybe there isn't anyone on the boat right now. Wait. I swear to God that's the sound of someone walking on the deck. right? Or am I crazy? What was that? I swear to God, maybe I'm just paranoid. No, I hear splashing. Alright, there's one of them. Where did he go? There he is. I think he's looking to fire himself over. What did he just do? Did he fire himself over? I can't look directly down. Maybe he did. No, because that's his friend over there. Uh-oh. Can he see me? If I see his friend just like bolt for me over here, then I know he could see me. An air of mystery about. Alright, there's his large friend. No, wait, no, that's the first guy. I'm trying to keep a mental note of where people are. So the regular guy is down there. Where's the large friend? Alright, they're both over there. Alright. The fact that they're not rushing the boat means they don't know I'm here. They did not see me. They both running deeper in. Trying to keep track. There's one, there's two. Alright, they're both right there. If I see them run deeper in, then I'm gonna go down and start fucking with things. Are they running that way? Running that way, there's one. There's the other. No, I think they might. They don't know what they're doing. Okay. Alright, they're fighting skeletons. Alright. Where's like I don't know, this. Put it like right here. Alright, now go. Alright. Yeah, Tail Whisperer! Yeah, $5,000! Alright. Their box has been moved slightly. This is where the parasite begins. This is where, hey, I don't remember this box being here. Why is this chest here? Alright, they're on the boat. I wish I could see. I really do. That's the chest down there at the very bottom of the screen. Right down there. They don't notice. They didn't notice. It was too subtle. Is that his friend over there? Alright, they're both... Alright, I see. I need him to be out of my line of sight. I need to make sure his big friend's not going to just bolt for the boat either with treasure. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, bad. I'm sticking over the hole. Alright. Now it's moved again. It has moved again. Alright, they should be heading over here soon. What is that? What the hell was that? That was weird. Ship's haunted. Alright, there they are. They were there fucking around with their little treasure. Okay, surely they want to bring their treasure back home. Right? Yeah, there they are. Here they come. Okay. You think that means someone's getting fucked by the Kraken? That's funny. No reaction. Alright, that guy looked like he looked at it a little. Alright, I'm keeping track of the box. If they move the box back, it means they noticed. It sounds like they're just going back. It's also getting nighttime again, which kind of sucks because it's going to be hard to see anything. Come on, man. Come on, man. If I get frustrated enough, I will just start playing music. You know what I could do? Real risky. I was gonna ring the bell, but it wasn't ringing. I was pressing the button, but it didn't want to ring the bell. Am I not allowed to ring their bell? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that seems wrong. I should be able to ring their bell. It's night, I should... I was pressing the wrong button. Oh. They're ringing the other bell. Okay, I don't know why they did that. I also don't know where they are. Wait. I think the big guy is over there. Yeah. He was ringing the bell. That means he's probably like directly below me. All right. Yeah, there's one of them right there. They never did move that box I moved. They just left it there. Okay, he's at the bottom. He's not climbing up here, is he? No. Fuck, I wish I could zoom my camera out just a little more. Just a little tiny bit more, man. I also wish I could just crouch and not have to do an animation. Pirates don't know how to crouch in this game. Does this elicit a response? Is anyone even here? If it weren't fucking nighttime, I might know. They might also even think that the bell ringing is just environmental. I think someone might be over there. It's so hard to tell because it's fucking dark. Surely. Alright, I don't think anyone's even on the boat. Alright, that guy is AFK. Did I, like, just set the boat loose? I feel like that's too risky. That might be way too risky. They've been on this island for like half an hour. They have. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. That dude just died because he's AFK. Why did they take the time to get all this treasure if they were just gonna go AFK? Later. Bye. Bye-bye. I take your boat. Don't worry, it'll come back because it's gonna be going in circles. Oh no, it's not. It's going straight. Bye, have a good time. There's no way. This ship is going to sink and their time here on this island is going to have been wasted. If they had sailed the 7 seas instead of, you know... Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, the ship is sinking, though. No, it sunk. He didn't make it. He didn't make it in time. He didn't make it in time. You know, if I had a boat right now, I'd be rich. I have a boat. It's called a dinghy. And so I fucking won. Oop. Fuck it, I'm here. Why not? Right? Whoop. Can I even... It seems like it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass, but... Because I have no idea where the nearest island is I can sell it at. I don't know... You know... Harpoon this shit? Oh, you know what? No, that's too much of a pain in the ass. No, I don't want that. Get their skulls, yeah? This is so evil. You know, I could play the game, or I could make someone else play it for me and then steal everything from them. What is this if not piracy? Eh. Now, where is the nearest outpost? Yo ho, the pirate's life for me. This is some Jack Sparrow shit. I just go my way, living every... No, go what way? Which way? Downsgrave is closest up north. North, okay. Alright, so that way. That way. Things that bother you never bother me. Bum 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 bum. Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Living in the sunlight, living in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Da 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 da. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm gonna be at this for a long minute. Coffee's only a dime. Worth it though? Yeah, kinda. I wasn't even intending to like take their shit, but I was presented with such a golden opportunity, you know. Any wacky stories to tell to pass the time? Oh, no. There once was a man who's good to see. With the belly up there. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Take our leave and go. I want this to pay off too, but I have no idea where I'm going. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Right on time, right on time, 'cause you're right on time, right on time. Boom, suck a bucket the bread of the butt. You got a boom, suck a you got a boom, suck the bucket the bread of the butt. You got a boom. By the way, Destiny still arrives. Boom, suck a the bread to the butt. You got a boom, suck the bucket the bread. Maybe I can sell shit at this place. Alright, I'm gonna get to this teeny tiny little thing over here. Can't even see it, it's so small. I'll get here and then somebody might be able to tell me where to go from here. Alright, where do I go from 3 Paces East Seaport? Worst case, I can bury it and dig it back up later. No, I want to get this done in one shot. It's not as impressive if I don't sit in somebody's boat for half an hour, and then the moment they're not paying attention, I decimate their boat and steal all their shit. And then immediately take a tiny rowboat to sell everything that I stole. Due north of this island. Okay. Is there anything that I stole that I can sell here? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Due north? Well, that's where I'm headed. I could, actually, fuck. Just real quick, I could come up here. Don't go anywhere, dinghy. Let's see. Due north. Oop. Is that it? Way the fuck out there? Or is it over there? Which one's the outpost? Right? Or left? Left. Right? Or left? Left? Left it is! Oh, once was a something or another. Dum diddy dum diddy diddy dum diddy dum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba da. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ding ding dong diddy diddy dong ding diddy bing bing bong biddy bing bong bing. Fuck your life, bing bing bong bing bong. Whoops, that's the wrong button, and so was that one. Am I still going the right way? Soon may the dinghy man come to bring us skulls and chests and some. Wait, I think that box actually was sold to that outpost. Well, actually, no, never mind. Oh, this is gonna take forever in a day, but I'm gonna make it. Unless, by God's grace, that other boat comes back looking for the stuff that they lost, which I doubt it. I really do. Can I get attacked by big sharks while in the dinghy? Probably. Unlikely, but at least make for a fun story. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm getting spun around here. If it was you, you'd log off for the day. I agree. I 100% agree. Look how close we are. We're almost there. Blech. Callion's Grave Outpost, baby! Now, unless something really unfortunate happens, I'm basically in the clear. I am the madman. They thought I was crazy. Oh, and what's this floating in the water ahead of me? Is that perhaps another box for me to sell? Oh ho ho. Why, yes it is. Oh wait, no, it's empty. And that is also empty. Okay, okay, whatever. It can stay there. Yep, this was a Jack Sparrow-ass maneuver I just pulled. I once spent 45 days on another man's boat waiting for it to sink just so I could take it all and sell it. Ah ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Hey hey hey. Is this game a viable single player experience at this point? Did you not just see what I did? Do you not see what I'm doing right now? You want this? Oh dear. You just tuned in? Alright, so basically I spent 40 minutes on another person's boat out of sight, waiting for them to be nowhere near their boat, so that I could de-anchor it and steal their shit. That wasn't actually the original goal, it just happened to work out that way. Pull myself closer here. There we go. Anyway, the single player experience in this game is hit or miss, but it's not completely unviable. It's just significantly easier and more fun with people. You can get by all means. Hey, you. But
Yar.
you might just have more fun with people around. It really depends on what your preference is. Yar. Thank you for that little subscription. A little gremlin with a little subscription. That's just a wood crate. I'm not worried about that. That's an empty cannonball box. That's an ammo crate. That's skulls. That can wait there. Oh. And I really don't give a shit about the rest of that box. Or the boat, rather. Maybe you'll check it out again. You might enjoy it. Your mileage may vary. I ain't getting paid to play this game, so I have no problem being like, yeah, you might like it, you might don't. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dum. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dum. Something or another, da-da-da. Tori, calm down. Cool it. Chill out. This for you? Cool. Here you go. That's for you. Wow, she's really losing her mind over there, huh? No. No yelling. Stuff it. It's proper chest, and that's basically it. That's for you. And this is for you. Nice, 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 nice. I completely got away with that. What more could you want? I mean, really. Scot-free. What's in here? A single piece of wood? Hey, you want this? Wood crate is not full. Wow, picky. Well-earned banana. All right. Well, that went fantastically. So, I'm gonna do a quick BRB, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. I'll be right back. Whoa, OBS, calm down. Jeez, what is your fucking damage? OBS. We good? Nope, it really doesn't want the background being on. All right, well, anyway, I'm here to show you some of the fan art that I didn't get a chance to show you because the internet shat out last time. So, let's take a look. We have from McHigh, a remaster of an old doodle of theirs, I suppose. You spelled Gurcoin wrong. Saltray. That's a nice RGB render of the little game over screen I drew the other day. Very nice. Very nice. Gusher Bug with that was like an evolution of the Beepus. Oh, and that was an RGB version of this. Okay, and another one by Saltray, yeah. Very nice. And I believe I showed this last time, but here it is again from McHigh. And that was the fan art that I hadn't gotten a chance to show. So now I move over to this screen, and I click this button. Cool, yeah. Hey! You're loud. Alright, so today we give thanks to Nademia for their 7 months, Smakus for their 14 months, and a little gremlin for their 14 months. Monday, if I stream Monday, it'll probably be like Monday night. Wednesday should be a normal stream, and Friday should be a normal stream. And then after that, there will be no stream on the 15th because on the 16th is the birthday stream. And then it should be normal streams after that, and then there will be a break at the end of August. I will have a small vacation at the end of August. Before we get back on the saddle first week of September. That's the rough outline for the month. I'm gonna go ahead and get a raid going here. Also, thank you, Honest Tom's Discount Beef, for the donation. Let me just say that. Twitch.tv. Let's see. You got Bulb with Evo, or... Oh, Sophie's designing custom TF2 weapons. What's going on over there with that? That's fun. Oh, they just started. Okay. We're going over to Sophie. Alright. Y'all have a good one. Have a good day. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for enjoying the stream. I will see you guys next time. Probably the next stream you see will be Team Fortress 2. I think I'm going to stream the server next time I'm live. But we'll see. Have a good day. Bye. Have a good time.